sell chicken fingers.
You sell chicken fingers?
I do.
He sells chicken fingers.
I am. I own Raising Canes.
He owns Raising
founded it back in
Canes.
1996.
That makes sense.
What is your net worth?
I'm north of 20 billion.
You said
North of 20 billion. The crazy thing about it is $20 billion is his net worth, selling nothing but chicken tenders. Like the whole menu is chicken tenders. Think about that. A little bit of a story you don't know about me. One of my first jobs ever was selling chicken.
Mine was too, actually. KFC.
to get billionaire secrets from Todd Graves, one of the wealthiest men in the entire world, and I'm going to be asking him everything in this interview.
Okay, first off, he's not one of the wealthiest men in the entire world. He's probably not even on the top 100 list of wealthiest men in the entire world, but cool.
Well, there are like I believe 2,700 billionaires on the planet out of 8 billion. There's 2,700, which makes him pretty fucking wealthy.
Well, he's definitely wealthy. I'm just saying that, like, one of the top, I wouldn't say one of the top, right? It's 2,700 billionaires. He's probably towards the bottom of that, right? So
Yeah.
I envy his hair. My hair just goes everywhere. It just looks like it just lays there.
Well, when you're a billionaire.
That's where it all started.
When you're a billionaire, you have somebody doing your hair every day.
Take me back to college. You had a class where you proposed chicken tenders as a business idea, and you got the lowest grade in the class.
I did.
You got the lowest grade in the class.
I worked in the business, so I knew exactly what I needed to do. But the professor gave it the worst grade in the class because he said the plan was good, but the concept will never work. Serving just chicken fingers while other restaurants.
I wonder what that professor would say now.
Variety, they're adding healthy items.
This is why school is overrated. That professor's probably never started something in his life.
When we started this channel, I'd go up to people off the street and I'd get 20, 30 rejections in a row. How did you deal with rejection early on, before you had the credibility, before you proved the model?
Rejection. Rejection is
Build
good.
that mental framework as an entrepreneur.
I use rejection as fuel. Every time somebody told me, hey, this will never work, I was like, you know what? I'll prove it to you that I will make it. And every time that I started doubting myself, I thought, you know what? You believe in yourself and you have this dream and you know it'll work. So believe in yourself, work hard, and make it happen.
I love that. And like rejection is like a big thing. Like rejection is like the number one thing you're gonna deal with in sales. Like for instance, I teach my agents how to make expired listing calls, right? And you're gonna get 10, 15 no's. You're gonna get people tell you to F off. You're gonna get all kinds of stuff. And you just gotta forget about it and move on to the next call. Now, if they're giving you a soft, like, oh no, I gotta talk to my wife, or well, those you can power through sometimes and sell. But if you're just a complete like F off, okay, thank you for your time, hang up, go on to the next one. That's why I named my book Short-Term Memory Loss, because you got to just forget about that being told to F off, and you got to move on to the next one and go get that sale.
Did you borrow money from a bank to start your business?
Yeah, once I raised a lot of my own personal equity, about $50,000, I was able to go in and get a small SBA loan for $50,000. And I was able to get this old place here.
SBA loans are great, but they're very, very tough to get. Like there's a lot of red tape, a lot of hoops to jump through, and they take a long time to close.
And to be opened up in 1996.
What did you
Maybe they were easier back in 1996. So the one thing you need for an SBA loan is a business plan, which is very tough to write a business plan. It's very tough to write a business plan, but now you can use a tool like ChatGPT to write your business plan for you. So there's really no excuses that you have. If you have an idea for a business, the worst thing that'll happen to you is you'll fail and be done, and that's fine. Your failures you're going to learn from, as we've talked about in other videos and everything, and that's going to help you get to where you're going. Now, if you fail because you gave up after 2 weeks,
what is your best sales and negotiation advice for anybody in business?
Best negotiation advice I can give anybody is believe in what you're doing and know your numbers inside and out, and don't let people talk you down on your numbers. If they work, they work, because if they don't like them, then go to somebody else. Somebody else eventually will.
If they don't, somebody
believe in what you're doing and know your numbers. That's what he says is his best sales advice. Not what I would have said, but it's good advice.
I'm living proof of that.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
400 million?
$400 million?
Yeah.
Man. I'm about I'm about 1% of that, right? My best year, I think I made right around 400 grand, right? So my best year, I made about 400 grand. He made 400 million. So
that's $1 million a day.
The best financial advice you've ever received?
I was young and I was growing, over leveraging, taking too much debt on. I felt 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And then when Hurricane Katrina hit, we were in a bind. I had 21 to 28 restaurants go down. I had to pay the banks. I was in a bad bind. We reopened quickly, thank goodness, and go. But since that day, I've never over leveraged our business. I don't take on too much debt. I grow with more equity. That's a smart thing to do.
How many locations?
That's a really great thing, is to not over leverage. I've definitely over leveraged on the real estate investing side, and it can be painful sometimes when you get some vacancies, you get some people not paying your rent, evictions, and now you got to come out of pocket to cover your expenses for the month. It can definitely be painful. And then even worse is like when COVID happens, right? And you're told that the tenants are told that they don't have to pay rent, and you still got to pay your mortgages.
We have over 900 locations in the U.S. and the Middle East.
Over 900 locations.
Over 900, yeah.
This is the original location right here. You went from 1 to 10 to 100 to 900 locations. What is your secret to scaling a business?
Do one thing and do it better than anybody else. Focus on that.
Is Raising Cane's franchised?
I'm looking that up right now.
I was curious because, 900 locations, if it's not franchised, is really impressive.
Know what you're good at and execute on a daily basis, then scale.
What was that one thing that you did better than anybody else?
That's chicken finger meals, man. You have to have
chicken finger meals, man.
And in restaurants, you have to have something that's craveable, absolutely craveable, that people think about. They want it often. One thing you do great. Mine is craveable chicken finger meals. Yours might be something else, but stick to it, execute great, and then grow it.
You've had a lot of people telling you that, you got to expand the menu, you got to diversify, but you know that if you focus on that one thing, you do it better than anybody else, it'll take care of itself.
Yeah, absolutely. If you try to be all things to all people, you don't satisfy anybody. Do what people love and do it exceptionally well, day in, day out.
You own it.
So Cane's came to Pittsburgh, maybe about a year and a half ago?
Oh, that's why I never heard of it. Okay, because I feel like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it was about a year and a half ago. I live pretty close to the first one in Pittsburgh. It was in South Fayette. And there's never a moment where there's not somebody in the drive-thru at Raising Cane's. Like, they are busy from open to close, nonstop, and it's mind-blowing to me. Like, I love chicken. I don't love chicken that much to where I'm going to eat it all the time, but, there's people that probably eat it all the time.
If I had the money, I would eat it every day.
All I have to listen to is my crew and my customers. And so since I own the business, I get to make the right decisions based on the long-term success of the business. So, for example, if it's a bad year, let's say sales aren't as high as they should be, let's say food cost goes up, I don't have to make short-term decisions to do short-term gains. I don't have to lower wages. I don't have to raise prices. I can do the right decisions, stick to what I'm doing for long-term success. You know what? I love competition, man. It fuels you up, so I love it. I love it when competition goes out there. This is the United States, man. More people that come up and try to do what I'm doing, go for it. But you better be ready, because no one's going to outwork me. No one's going to care about their crew more. And you know what? Keep going, because I get fired up when I hear of another competitor coming up and raising up, because I'm going to do our job that much better.
I love that. He's not afraid of competition. But the one thing he said there that I really took on to and caught there is that he doesn't have any partners. And I always say a partnership is a marriage without the bedroom benefits. You really have to know who your partner is. I've had 2 good partners and a lot of bad partners over the years, right? And it's the good partnerships are great, but even those are going to come to an end at some point. So if you do get into a partnership, you have to think about the exit of that partnership when forming that partnership. And my recommendations is, unless you really need that partner and they bring a unique skill set that you don't have or unique assets that you don't have, do it yourself, because it's going to be well worth it in the long run for you.
Worth over $20 billion. Are you still motivated to keep on going?
Man, like day one, for me, this is a purpose-driven business. What I can do with hiring people and having a great place to work, and what I can do for the money I can give back to communities, that for me just drives me. It's having purpose is what's important. I think when you start your business, you have this dream, and that dream is for me, was to have a great place serving great chicken and people enjoying themselves, right? And having a great place for people to work. But as you get older and mature in your business, you start realizing you have a purpose. And my purpose was hiring great people in and having a great job. My purpose was being able to take money that we make and give it back to the communities, and that's what drives me every morning.
I do wonder if he truly, is still energized about the business, right?
He's on that grind set mindset. What you mean?
Yeah, I hope. That's really cool. I hope that, when someday when I look back on my businesses, I hope I never took my eye off the ball or whatever. And it sounds like he's still got it, or he talks a big game, one of the two. It's real easy to get complacent when you got $20 billion in the bank.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not all in the bank, but still, you know what I'm saying.
So right now, if I'm worth $20 billion, most of that money is going to go back to help people. What if I can turn that into 40? What if I can turn that into 60? What if my kids can turn it into hundreds of billions of dollars? That can really help people out there.
It's safe to say that you're not thinking in days, you're thinking in decades. You think very long term.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking next generation. How do we keep this going, and how do we continue to help people? See, me and my family, we believe people aren't here to serve us, we're here to serve them. And by scaling the business and growing and doing these things, we can do really big impact someday.
To lead is to serve.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
If you lost everything tomorrow, could you make it all back?
Absolutely, I could. Yeah, absolutely. If everything lost in this, I would stick to the restaurant business, because I know it. I think it's important to stick to what you know. But I'd look for another craveable product. I'd look at something I could focus on and I could build a team around to focus on. And then
What's another craveable product?
I was actually thinking about that. Personally, my diet is very narrow, and limited. And one of the things in my diet is chicken. So that's why Raising Cane's is perfect, right?
Are you one of those people that you go to order a burger and you want it plain?
No, I put cheese on it.
I meant plain, like no ketchup, no,
Yes.
no vegetables.
Yes.
What do you dip your chicken in?
I don't dip it in.
Barbecue sauce?
No, I don't dip it in.
Oh my goodness. I should have asked more questions during the interview process.
The most important thing is, are you ready to do it? You know, I tell young entrepreneurs, think how hard it is to start your business and then multiply that by infinity. And if you're still committed to it, then you can be a success. You don't have quality of life when you're starting a business. The workload is
That's so
amazing.
true.
The risk tolerance has to be very high. It's very risky of just your time and the money you put into it. If other people invest in your business, it's a risk for them. There's a lot of pressure that goes with it. But if you're able to withstand it, then you will be successful. So many amazing business ideas came up that stopped because they gave up. You know, my best advice I can give a young entrepreneur when they're getting started is never, ever, 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 ever give up. Believe in yourself and make it happen.
Do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
I don't think everybody's cut out to be an entrepreneur. You have to have a high risk tolerance. You have to be able to give up work-life balance. You have to work just insane hours and keep yourself going. And it's okay if you're not, but you have to be.
So true. I mean, not everybody is cut out to be an entrepreneur or a business owner. I can tell you right now, it is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and you get beat up on. I mean, it is something that's very rewarding once you get to the point where you're making some good money off of it, but it can be very stressful to get there. How old is this guy? Todd Graves.
53.
53.
Yeah.
So he's not that much older than me.
He's not that old.
I'm 38 years old. This guy is...
Did you ever have a teacher say that you couldn't do it?
Oh, all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
Why don't you have 20 billion? Why does you not 52 yet?
How old are you now?
I'm 53.
Oh,
Well, that did.
we were a little too early on that.
The younger generation, what would that be?
My advice to people would be good to people and leave this world better than you found it.
That was a really good interview.